Yes, a very good morning. We are going to have our lecture today of anatomy and physiology. We are going to introduce, and this is our first introduction. So we shall begin by studying the terminologies or definitions of terms that are used in anatomy and physiology. So our first term to begin with is anatomy, and we shall say anatomy is the branch of science that deals with study of body parts. Anatomy is a branch of science that deals with the study of body parts. And we shall say all of us have body parts. We have the hands, we have the legs, we have the head, the abdomen. So those are external body parts. Likewise, we also have internal body parts, like the intestines, we have the lungs, we have the kidneys, we have the bones. So, combining all those parts, if we have studied them, that branch of anatomy, so that branch of science that studies all those parts is what we are calling anatomy. Then we shall also see another term called the physiology. We shall say physiology is the branch of science that deals with the study of functions of body structures. So it is a branch of science that deals with the study of body structures. Meaning, in anatomy, we studied these body structures. And now in physiology, we are studying the functions of these body structures. That's why our course unit is called Anatomy and Physiology, indicating that we shall be studying the parts that make up the body and their functions. So, meaning, if we study a bone, we shall see the structure of this bone and its function. So, if you are not to define anatomy and physiology, so you are combining the words anatomy and physiology, meaning anatomy and physiology is a branch of science that deals with the study of human body structures and their functions. That is anatomy and physiology. Meaning, we shall be studying the various body parts, the various body structures, and relate them to their functions. I hope we're clear there. The next term we have then is what we call cytology. And we shall say cytology is the study of cells. Basically, here we study cells. That is it, cytology. So, cytology is the study of body cells. And we shall also not forget that histology. Histology is the study of body tissues. So, cytology is the study of body cells. Histology is the study of body tissues. So that means, if you are saying cytology is the study of the cells, of our body cell, then what is a cell? We shall say our cell is the smallest, is the best unit of life. Or we can also define it as a cell is the smallest living unit of life. That is a cell. So to break it down, the smallest minute component of life is a cell. Meaning, if you get a body tissue and you peel it off or you cut it off, it is made up of numerous small cells. So that smallest component that makes up a structure, a living structure, is what we call a cell. In chemistry, we had terms like an atom. And an atom was the smallest molecule. Meaning, but that is for non-living creatures, or non-living things. If I have this piece of chalk, so this piece of chalk is made up of various small or minute components. So if I go to this chalk and start to remove small particles as they fall, so those particles that are falling are the building blocks of this piece of chalk. So those molecules that I'm removing, the smallest, become the atom. So to relate this to human life, that smallest living component is what we call a cell. Meaning each and every living organism has a cell. Then a tissue. So when these cells, like I said, are brought together, they are going to form a tissue. Therefore, we shall say a tissue is a collection of specialized similar cells. So a tissue is a group of cells. When more than one cells come together, they form something big. So that's something big that has been formed as a result of many cells coming together. Is what we call a tissue. So tissues building up together form, so the cells building up together form a tissue. Many cells come together to form tissue. That's why we say a tissue is a collection of specialized similar cells. These cells should be similar, like we shall see, that are grouped together to perform similar functions or similar tasks in the body. From there we shall see what is an organ. And we shall see that an organ is a group of specialized tissues that come together to perform specific functions. So here, at the organ level, we are having very many tissues that are coming together to form an organ. Meaning, an organ is a group of tissues that are specialized and similar in function or structure that come together to perform specific tasks. From there, we shall go to what we have as systems. A system. And we shall see a system is a group of organs. So we say organs is a group of tissues. So when more than one tissues come together, they form an organ. An example of all such organs we have in the body have the kidney, the liver, and the heart. When it comes to systems, is a group of organs that come together to perform specific functions. So here we expect various organs to come up together to perform specific functions. So when more than one organ come together, they form a system. The example of such systems in our body, we have a digestive system, we have a reproductive system, we have the renal system, we have the skeletal system, just to name a few, but they are various body systems. So organs are formed the system, what we call the organic systems. When all these systems are combined together, the skeletal system, the renal system, the reproductive system, the digestive system, when they are all combined together, they form what we call an organism. We're saying an organism is a group of organ systems that come together to perform specific functions. For example, we have human beings. Meaning, as we say human beings, if I'm to be called an organism, it means I have systems. For example, I have a digestive system, I can eat. I have a reproductive system, I can reproduce new offsprings. I have a renal system, I can urinate. I have a skeletal system, I have the bones, I have the nervous system. So it is a complex organism structure of organ systems. So for it to be called an organism, we must be having all these systems that are active. An example of an organism is a human being. So we have seen cells come together to form tissues. Their tissues combine to form organs. Organs form organ system, and organ system form what we call an organism. So basically, those are some of the few terms. Next, we are going to be seeing a level of organization in a structured form.